RSPCA released a new campaign titled My RSPCA Pet, which will be analysed during this presentation through its strategic approach, creative strategy and media strategy used, and whether they are able to successfully achieve their goals. This campaign used a variety of media to successfully target the traditional family life Roy Morgan values segment, which is RSPCA's intended target audience. The goals of this campaign would be to bring awareness to the joy that adopting a rescue animal can bring, encouraging more Australians to adopt rather than shop, as well as to promote and increase brand awareness for RSPCA. This campaign uses the motivation theory of belongingness and love needs from Maslow's hierarchy of needs to appeal the audience to the advertisement and generate the big idea that RSPCA animals make great pets. RSPCA is already considered the leading animal rescue organisation in Australia, but the purpose of this advertisement was to position themselves above pet shops and buying animals online to help reduce the number of animals in shelters. The message strategy used in this campaign was one-sided and allowed the audience to draw their own conclusion through visual messages used to tell the story and the big idea. RSPCA used the key insight of consumers that animals these days are seen as more of a companion than just a pet to produce an emotional, engaging and realistic advertisement through the true story of Sam and Darcy, who found companionship within each other. A recommendation for RSPCA's strategic approach is to increase the amount of time the ad is run for to 2 to 3 months instead of just 1, to increase the amount of exposure and awareness. In order to determine the success of a campaign like this, RSPCA would have to evaluate the effectiveness before and after it was produced. Before the ad was released, they would have done some pre-testing where the communication effect was researched using certain methods to see how the audience was going to react and whether it was going to be effective. After the ad was released, they would have done post-production research to see the effect the advertisement had on the audience using multiple evaluation methods. RSPCA's campaign central message strategy used was effective, which appealed to the audience on an emotional level, as the ad didn't list facts or information but instead used pure emotion and real-life stories to portray the intended message. The advertisement used an emotional appeal to relate to consumers' social and psychological needs that can be directly linked to consumers' insight that by adopting an animal from RSPCA, they are adopting a companion. RSPCA has created an emotional appeal to generate positive mood states and feelings, which can have a favourable effect on their evaluation of the brand. The tone of the campaign is caring and hopeful, which mirrors RSPCA's desired brand perception and the personality that was envisioned to be projected in this campaign. The personality projected is that RSPCA is a place where all animals are given a second chance at their forever home and where people can come to find their future companions. There are a number of creative techniques used in this campaign that contribute to the emotional, engaging nature of the advertisement. The visuals are used to illustrate the true story of Sam and Darcy coming together. This is able to capture the audience's attention and allow them to experience what it is like and the joy it can bring to adopt a rescue animal. The narration provides the audience with a backstory to what is unfolding before their eyes and allows them to become more emotionally invested in the campaign. The key recommendation for creative strategy would be able to keep the music the same tone, but change it slightly to a more catchy and distinctive sound so that when consumers hear it, they are immediately reminded of the campaign and the emotions they experienced. This campaign used multiple mediums to reach their target audience, which consisted of television, cinema, and digital. Television would have been the key medium used by RSPCA, and it has the broadest reach but can still be targeted towards particular audiences depending on which channel it's aired on and at what time. This allowed RSPCA to target their advertisement to their desired audience effectively. Cinema advertising would have effectively reached a range of different audience members to increase awareness of the campaign and message, whilst appearing the most captivating, as the audience didn't have much choice other than to sit and watch. Lastly, RSPCA released their commercial online across their social media sites to appeal to their already established market, with the hashtag title of My RSPCA Pet, which prompted audience members to share their stories of adopting a rescue animal. This was created to celebrate the number of animal rescues and to illustrate the joy adopting animal rescues can bring. One recommendation for the media strategy would be also to advertise the campaign in newspapers, as the average age of a newspaper reader is 54, which would be RSPCA's target audience. RSPCA was able to effectively achieve their goals and engage their target audience through their successful use of strategic approach, creative strategy and media strategy in their My RSPCA Pet campaign.